I'm so hungry.
I'm dying here.
Already? The girls look like they're doing fine.
Was that Estelle? Listen, her stomach's rumbling too.
I can wait, though it's been a little difficult.
That sounded like it came from Rita.
Judy, you too? Are you trying to see who can hold out the longest?
Perhaps a diet is a little bit like a competition in holding out.
A diet? What do you need a diet for? Especially you, Rita. Lose any more weight and you'll...
I'm just waiting until I finish reading this book, okay?
And welcome back to Let's Play Tales of Vesperia. Last time we confronted Cumore and Jaeger unsuccessfully because they escaped. This time we're heading to Torim Harbor to decide our next course of action. I know we haven't been gone for long, but I have to say it feels good to be back. Should I get you pansies some tissues, or can we go to the inn now? I'm so hungry. Alright. So, I am mixing up characters again, so we are playing as Raven for a change. Kinda cool. Also, I'm a little bit sad about something. And I wanted to double check before I make an official judgment. Yeah, we don't actually get to keep Carol's, costume from the last episode. That's actually a little bit disappointing. I'm sure you can unlock it again at some point, because the character model is already in the game. But I've actually heard that Estelise's dress in the castle, in Zephyr Castle, actually isn't unlockable in the 360 version, which was actually heavily criticized for the fact that it's obviously in the game, and she even fights wearing that dress in the fight with Zagi, but for some reason, yeah, it's not actually a costume in this game. Kind of a weird oversight, really. Now, do we have to just go into the room, or do we have to actually stay at the inn? Looks like we actually have to stay at the inn. Okay. If I had to make a guess.
Huh. So even the Union can't sit still when it knows a princess of the Empire is out on the loose.
Then the Dawn knows that I'm a candidate for the Imperial throne too.
Yup. That's why he told me to come keep an eye on you.
So you're here to observe her? That's kind of creepy.
Really?
What? Is it just me?
Anyway, here I finally catch up with you, and I wind up sticking my foot in that mess back there. It hasn't been easy for old Raven.
But why worry so much about Estelle?
It's only natural considering the state of things between the Empire and the Union.
Each side is trying to feel the other out. The Dawn just wants to keep track of their movements.
So, you're all planning on looking for this pharaoh by going to the sands of Kogor.
Yes.
Do you know what sort of place a desert is?
Well, it's hot and dry, and they've got a lot of sand there.
That's putting it lightly. It's not as easy as all that, though.
Our plan is to get to the area together first.
And then?
Then I guess we'll go around and ask where Pharaoh is.
I don't even know where to begin commenting on that plan. So it's not just that you don't want to go back to the castle anymore, right?
Well...
It'd be easier on old Raven if you did, though. I'm just saying.
No, I'm sorry, but I have to know the truth behind Pharaoh's words.
Huh. Well, the Desier continent actually suits me just fine.
Why is that?
I've got to go to Nordopolica for another errand I'm running for the Dawn. Have to deliver a letter to Bellius.
Whoa, that's pretty important.
That's the boss of the Colosseum and ruler of Nordopolica, isn't it?
Technically speaking, he's called the Duce.
Do you know what's written in the letter?
It's got something to do with those monsters that attacked Dongrist. In particular about that Pharaoh chap you all are following. The Don thinks Bellius will know something about that monster.
Looks like it just became worth our while to pay this Bellius a visit too.
Right.
So if you don't mind, Raven here will just tag along with you.
That's fine, but you'll have to follow the laws of brave Vesperia.
Got it. It's not like I can go join in your guild, you know? You understand.
Why can't you join Brave Vesperia?
It's against the rules for anybody to be in 2 guilds at the same time. And I guess technically speaking, you are a member of Altosk.
What do you mean, technically?
So are we done? I'm gonna go get some rest then.
Okay. What do you think Rita's gonna do?
What indeed?
Does this mean we're on our own until we leave tomorrow?
Yeah, we'll all meet down at the harbor then.
What's the matter, boss? I don't know if I like you calling me that. The boss is the boss. What would you have me call you instead? Just call me whatever you called me before. This boss thing seems a little over the top. It makes me feel silly to have you calling me that. Don't you think you'll get used to it? Well, maybe. Well, you know way more about guilds than I do, right? I guess. The boss of a guild has to stand as a role model for everyone else. I wonder if I could be that great of a person. Come on, it's not like you're expected to be the best boss ever from the very beginning. You can take it a little at a time. From now, our guild has a job to complete. You're right. First, we need to meet Estelle. We need to take Estelle to meet Pharaoh. But do you think we'll be able to meet him? Our guild's job is to figure out a way to meet him. If we can't meet him, we won't get our reward, and people will lose confidence in our abilities. That's all there is to it. I think we may have picked something a little too tough for our first job. It's more of a challenge that way, and our reward will be that much bigger too. Let's make the best of it. Yeah. Do you really plan on helping Estelle find that pharaoh, whatever? Yeah, I guess so. Didn't that thing say that Estelle was an insipid poison or something? Yeah, I heard. If something like that, I guess you can't just tell her to forget about the whole thing. But it won't help her if she uses that as an excuse not to deal with the issue of the succession to the throne. Yeah, I'm worried that might happen too. What are you talking about? That's what is happening. Yeah, maybe. But you're saying I should take her back to the castle? Yes, this is exactly what I'm saying. It's her decision. You have to let her figure out what she should really do. You realize it might come to blows with this Pharaoh guy, right? She won't get to figure out anything at all if she dies. She's not going to die, that's why I'm going with her. Have it your way then. Okay, I'm actually trying to find anyone. Just as soon as I started talking, I was basically... Okay, to explain why I wasn't talking, I was trying to keep a sort of cinematic suspense going, but I didn't know where anyone actually was. So, that's gone now. Sorry about that. I'm just incorrigible. Whenever something or someone catches my eye, I forget all about everything else. I really lose sight of everything I was planning on doing beforehand. Yep, that's about right. I came to my senses after Judith told me. Till now I've been dragging the rest of you around with me like there's no tomorrow. Hey, it could be worse. If you were Empress, one word from you and the entire Empire would run off to do your bidding. Yeah, Kinda feel like coming with you was the right choice. Oh yeah? I've been able to see all sorts of new things. I still don't know whether I'm going to take the Imperial throne, but there's still so many things left to learn about in this world. And Pharaoh's one of those things. It scares me to think about it, but I have to know who I am. I have to know what he meant by saying I was the insipid poison of this world. Sounds like you've made up your mind. Yuri? Huh? I might end up trying to order you guys around again. Next time I do that, yell at me, would you? Sure, it's not the sort of personality trait that's easy to fix by yourself. Though there's another guy who's also a tough nut to crack, so I think we'll let him be the one we vent our frustration on. Well, I'm going back to the inn. I'll see you. Again, normally I wouldn't talk because I don't know if there's gonna be like another cutscene, but it's just because I don't know where anybody in this game is because I've never played it before. That just creates long awkward silences as I'm actually trying to find people. So sorry if the whole sentimentality of the scene was kind of interrupted, but yeah. Hey, look, there's a ship. I guess because of Lord Rago taking a swim, I guess you could say. The ships must be returned to normal. Oh, I can't believe we have to travel with you. What, you ain't happy? I'm not exactly jumping for joy. You're too glum. Lighten up. Didn't I stand together with you in the face of evil? That was only because you had to. I still hadn't forgotten what you did at Nor Harbor. Still remember that. Some people just don't know when to give up. I'm not about to make a list of all your offenses. Saying that I'd rather not have you accompany on the trip is already more than enough. Don't worry, I'll be on my best behavior. I behaved myself at Cave Mock and at Gasros, didn't I? Yeah, that sure would be nice. What should worry you more is whether or not these old bones will be able to keep up with you youngins for much longer. You plan on sticking with us until Estelle goes back to the castle? And Dawn ordered me to keep an eye on the girl. I ain't got much choice in the matter. Sounds like a tough job. Wonder if I could hand her over to the Imperial Knights somehow. I can see in your eyes, old man, you're thinking bad thoughts again. Nah, not at all. Well, it's really too bad that you're going to be traveling with us, but might as well make the best of it. What do you mean, really too bad? Huh, well, whatever. Anyway, Raven the Great is going back to the inn. Later, boy. So, Judith is left, but I didn't see her anywhere in town. Guess just keep walking around until I find her. So that's to the inn. Here's the lower path where we found Estelle. Yeah, where? Oh, is that repeat? Woof. I said that I will deal with things in my own way of. I said that I will deal with things in my way of doing, but I let Kimura escape that easily. What a shame. I don't know how I could explain this to Flynn. I know. We have Guild's job to deal with rather than Kimura. Yeah, I can't just let him loose. Man of his kind will never learn and will always repeat the same thing forever. I have to do something. Left the Empire and formed the Guild for this kind of purpose. He will get what he deserves. I mean, logically, he could just potentially put in a job for the Guild to go after him, but I guess not. Yeah, where's Judith, actually? She's the only party member I haven't talked to. There's nowhere else you can really go from here. I think Symphonia does this stupid thing where you can't actually talk to everybody. The talking to certain characters just ends everything and you just go to bed. So I'm actually glad that that's not the case in this game. And that you actually do get the opportunity to kind of walk around a bit. Because honestly, that's really stupid actually in games when there's oh, you can walk around and talk to everybody, except you can't actually talk to everybody because the cutscene will end. Maybe she's in the inn? I wonder if actually everyone does return to the inn. If you can find them in here. Nope. I'll return to the inn, except you're invisible. Makes sense, but yeah, we're missing Judith, and I didn't see her anywhere unless I walked right past her, which is actually a possibility. Oh? Are you going to look for that Kimura guy by any chance? Yeah, just going on a walk. Where were you? Just out for a walk like you. What you said to Estelle earlier hasn't been gnawing at you, has it? What I said earlier? Didn't you say some pretty harsh things to Estelle? Oh, right. Sorry to beat you to the punch like that. What, you didn't beat me to the punch on anything. You were going to tell her the same thing that I did, weren't you? What, you figured it out? You don't have to apologize for something like that. Alright. So you weren't going off to look for Cumore after feeling bad about hurting Estelle with what you said? No, I wasn't. You don't believe me? You care for other people's feelings a lot more than you let on, I think. No, not at all. Well, whatever. What about you? Aren't you going out to look for him? I told you already, I'm just going out for a walk. Me? Do you think I'm actually concerned about you? So we talked to everybody, I guess, so back to the inn, I suppose. Because there's no other options of people to talk to. Flynn's not here. I guess this room. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do to end this scene, actually. Welcome back. Would you like to rest? Okay, that's how.
Ready to go?
What should we do about Rita?
That one has her own matters to attend to.
That sounds about right.
So, first to the harbor and then find a boat?
Huh? You mean...
Are you coming too?
Yeah.
Wasn't there something you had to go do?
You were going to investigate the air craner, weren't you?
It turns out the one at Cave Mock the Commandant asked me to look into has already been researched. I hadn't really made up my mind about which route to take to research the others.
So you'll be using us to help with your investigations?
Well, there's no guarantee I won't run into trouble like back at Heliord. Anyway, it'll be safer for me this way than going alone.
Nice to see your glowing personality hasn't changed.
This means we'll be able to travel together again. I'm so happy.
Yeah, you know, it's no big deal. Anyway, we were going to the harbor, right?
Ah, to be young again, I tell ya.
You got something you want to say?
Whoa! Down, girl!
To the harbor, then.
I can't take it anymore. I'm seriously gonna starve.
Can I eat a gel?
No.
Does the pooch look a little scary to anyone else?
Oh, he's probably just hungry enough for his wild instincts to kick in.
The pooch isn't the only one about to go wild.
I'm no good at diets, seriously.
This isn't a diet, it's a fast. Why do we have to stop eating too?
We can't have delicious smells just wafting by. We're just as hungry as you are.
What a tyrant.
Somehow I feel that would be better if it wasn't in an inn, that particular skit. So yeah, obviously I was supposed to trigger down the overworld, and immediately after the last skit, so that was a little bit awkward. Let's sell some stuff. Night Sword, don't need it. Sugi, don't need it. Don't need it. That would be nice, but also lowers TP, so it's not worth it. Nope. Nope. I've heard some guides say, like, oh, you shouldn't sell things because you need to craft it into other items for reasons. And to that I say, yeah, I've always sold stuff, so that's a lost cause at this point. I'm trying to remember, do we have it yet? I can't remember if there's like an item compendium as well. I think... Which game was it? Graces? Where you had to have a lot of different, like, really rare stuff for some reason. Yeah, it was actually definitely Graces. There's this weird quest where you have to... It was really weird. You have to, like... craft certain items that are of enough value or something in order to, like, Why do I already have one of these? Actually, I'm just thinking, it's like, wait, I already have one. You have to craft good enough equipment, basically, in order to, access certain areas. It was really obscure, I wasn't really a fan of this, to be honest. It was kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest, because of just how specific and how oftentimes the stuff would have to be like super high quality equipment to the point where it was actually really not the easiest thing to craft. Automatically resurrects KO'd wearer one time. Whoa, that's good. But also like really expensive. Stylish hat. I'm surprised this is for Yuri actually. Mystic Gem, that's a Magatama. Magatamas I see in so many games, I still don't know exactly what they are, to be completely honest. Sure, that sounds good. So, what did I buy exactly? There was... Wait, what? Life Healer? What's that? Recover HP after battle. Okay, that's actually really good. Hydronymus. A report on the location of the Sacred Temple of Water is written in an incomprehensible manner. So yeah, these apparently increase a lot of stats. So that's good. And besides, we haven't really equipped any other, like, sub-weapons ever, so that's good. To try to show that off. I tend to use Yuri more than the others, so I feel like he should get the, whatchamacallit. The hat I just bought. I forgot the name of it already. Tartan Ribbon. That would actually look... Actually, that's not bad. Because he has so much more physical, raising his magic defense actually isn't a bad idea. Rain Cape. That should help his stats a lot. Spike Collar. I never actually equipped this. So it boosts attack, but lowers defense, but not really by much. Only 5 points plus or minus. So I think that's worth it. When did I get the Holy Cloak? Oh, I remember when I got the Holy Cloak. It was at the tower. I forgot I got that because I died. And the equipment, or the run where I actually equipped it, I died on. So yeah. So that boosts attack quite a bit. Landing step, what's that? Able to cancel action with a backstep upon landing, can also backstep repeatedly. That sounds actually pretty good. Combo voltage, recover TP after 2 consecutive 3-hit combos. Also recovers after combos in multiples of 3. No, that sounds pretty worthwhile. Yes, I am just going through the menu. Trying to not forget what I'm doing, for once. That's a steep drop, but I think it's worth it. Same. Same with that. Party-wise, I think we're good. Oh wait, what about these? Honestly, I think she's having more trouble with magic defense, or with physical defense than magic defense, so I think that's worth it. And that actually completely cancels out what I just did, so never mind. Let's see, anyone else? Sure. Why not? I think that's good. Yay, down to the harbor. Oh yeah, we're back in control of Yuri. I see a cat over there. How strange. What's the matter? The Shagathim flowers are only supposed to open during the rainy season, yet look, they're already in full bloom. That sounds pretty weird. I know, right? I wonder if someone's been coming here and watering the ground or something. Would just that be enough to make these flowers bloom? Another cause for flowers blooming early could be an imbalance in the air. So you're saying that this place... It's okay, even if my guess is right, this level of air imbalance can occasionally be found in nature. Plants are simply more sensitive to changes in the surrounding air than humans, and they're reacting to that. We wouldn't want to have that happen we wouldn't want to have what happened in Heliord happen in here. What the Judy? Wow, the warehouse's Aeroblastia is... Can't believe that Dragon Freak would do this again. I'm gonna go see. Oh, Rita? Dragon Freak, huh? What's all this commotion about? Huh, it wasn't you? I played the 5th. It was terrible. There was nothing left for me to fix. Sorry for your loss. The next time I see that freak, I'm gonna punch him into the stratosphere. Stupid Dragon Freak. Whoa, scary. I don't know what you're trying to do, but it's not causing any of you any trouble, is it? I already told you. I'm not going to do anything that would cause any of you harm.
The 2 barrier Blastia of this city and Nor Harbor were originally a single Blastia.
Did you read that in one of your books back in the castle?
Yes, actually there were 3 pieces. The last piece sunk in the sea between the 2 cities.
I wonder if you could raise that Blastia, and if you sold it, you could live like a king forever.
The Empire would have already done it if they could. Any idiot could come up with that idea.
You don't have to be mean about it.
So now I'm curious if that's actually gonna be a thing. Oh, this other Blastia that we conveniently found.
Oh, Yoder!
Oh, it's you all. We meet again.
So what's a successor to the Imperial throne doing in a place like this?
I've been working with the Dawn to officially seal our Treaty of Friendship.
Is it going well?
Well, I wish I could say it were going better.
I can imagine. That Heracles monstrosity kinda made the Union really not like the Empire.
Yes, and now prominent members of the Empire are voicing their doubts regarding the Friendship Treaty.
The conditions the Dawn gave the Empire were for a treaty of equality, after all.
And they are certainly not on equal footing with something like that.
Yes, had I known about Heracles beforehand, I could have stopped them, but...
You didn't know about that thing? You're in line to be Emperor.
I know, but I have no authority over the Imperial Knights.
The Imperial Knights act on orders from the Emperor alone. They do not report to anyone else.
Well then, it's easy. Just become Emperor.
You mean...
Becoming Emperor isn't as simple as that.
Why not?
To ascend to the throne, one must possess the Imperial treasure, Dane Nomos. But Dane Nomos went missing around the time of the Great War, 10 years ago.
Huh. So that's the real story why we still don't have an emperor.
And that's why Rago wanted to get his hands on Dane Nomos.
What was that, Yuri?
Forget it, it's nothing.
Anyway, is it really okay for an Imperial candidate to be wandering the streets like this?
I was just on my way to Heliord.
Ah, that is closer to Dongres than this place is. Negotiations would probably go smoother there.
I believe so too.
Master Yoder, we should be off.
If you'll please excuse me.
And that was interesting. So, at least we don't have to worry about Rago being Emperor, I suppose. Trying to think if there's anything else we need to do in town. Accidentally trigger cutscene.
I wouldn't do that even if I had 9 lives.
What's going on?
Halt! If you won't do the work I've paid you for, then I want my money back. Add the Indigo Beasts to the blacklisted guilds.
Yes, Madam President.
Isn't that the woman we met at Dayton Hold?
Yeah, that's her all right.
Why do you guys know her?
We just met her once a while back. Is she a friend of yours?
I wouldn't say I know her. She's the president of Fortune's Market, one of the 5 master guilds.
In other words, she's one of the top dogs at the Union.
Hey, I just got an idea!
What's up, Carol?
Maybe she could get a boat for us to take across to Desier.
Well, that sounds like a plan for next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Tales of Vesperia.